cielito lindo. This is a Mexican folk song written in the late 1800s. It is a waltz in 3/4 time. This lesson is similar to a tutorial I did for a ukulele for the same song. It's actually in the same key, because on the ukulele I don't use capo, and capo on the 5th is ukulele tuning. I have it capoed on the 5th fret. I play it in what looks like the key of G, even though this is a C because it's up 5 frets. This is in 3/4 time. I'm going to play it with the metronome at 160 beats per minute for context. First chord is a G, to a D7, and then a D. You put your pinky down on this D note, and the melody is and with the chords I just roll down the whole chord, and then a D7, and you do the G, D7 3 times, and then you add these 2 notes, the C and the A. When you hit this A melody chord, it is a whole note, so you want to fill in with the extra notes that are in that D7th chord. And I do it like this. Next couple of measures are the D7th chord. And that is and there's this lick. And that's all within the D chord, except for the last note. And the last note's a G. And that melody note is also a whole note, so you have some fill-in notes here with the G chord. So the first part looks like this. Now comes to the I part, and the first chord is a G, and then you go to a C, hitting this open E as your melody, and to play the G chord you hold down the G here and hit your pinky up here. It's a pretty good stretch. The nice thing is you've got this 12th fret for a mark. Then you play a high D, which is a D chord, except instead of playing the F sharp down here on the first string, you're playing the A. And then you go to the G chord. So it looks like this together. And the next melody with the G chord is, and then you hit these 2 first and second string on the 13th fret, and then above the dot here, and then a D7th chord. This run has a lot of good landmarks. For the G chord, it's these three strings are all open with a G bass, D, and then it's two strings above the 12 dot and two strings above the 9 dot, and then a D7. You hit a D note, and then it goes into the playing this D7th chord with an open E. Back down to the G. So this whole part looks like this with just the basses. You can put this 1-4-5 run in either between verses or at the end, and that is just a G chord, the 6-5-4 on a G chord, and then a C chord, and then move everything up to a D chord, and back to a G chord. So it looks like this. And you can end on this G6 with this just a G with an open E. Or you can repeat. Simpler version without the rolling melody is